The One Piece live action is here. We've had so much live action anime crap over the years. The best so far arguably has been Battle Angel Alita. So is this better than Cowboy Bebop? Light and day between that god-awful Death Note. Or is it going to be like some of the more beloved live action anime like Rurouni Kenshin? So here's my biased opinion from a One Piece fan. But Jerry, you haven't even seen One Piece. I haven't really been overly public about it, but I have started the One Piece anime. It's actually helped me lose a few pounds while watching it at the gym. I've recently passed episode 100. Unlike a lot of One Piece fans, which I think are just gonna gobble this up, I don't have that nostalgia factor. In fact, I think Netflix actually did the very clever move of giving this show plot armor by having the freaking Japanese cast do the voices for the Japanese dub. We'll get to the Japanese dub. Right at the beginning, you have the Pirate King introduced. Now, I think I've been spoiled in that I think later on in the anime/manga, you get more fleshed out reasons of why this guy got killed. Being very anime only, I thought this actually worked. And when I switched to the Japanese version, I thought it worked even better. And me just seeing the stand, just seeing the surrounded buildings, I had AOT on the mind. Getting to the first sin of the One Piece live action. I've actually really become a fan of the Luffy character. Hopefully I get to do a full video just on the beginning of One Piece. But then you get into the live action version. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat this part. Unfortunately for me, he never actually felt like he was Luffy. I was always very conscious of this being someone pretending they're Luffy. We all have that friend, oh, they're cosplaying Luffy for Anime Expo, and then we're just gonna let them pretend that they're Luffy for this weekend. I also don't blame this particular actor, but there are some shots where, oh no, they did this guy dirty. This is supposed to be Luffy, like what, 17? How old is Luffy supposed to be? And it just kept on pulling me out. Related to this, a personal nitpick. King of the Pirates! Come on. Just say the Pirate King. But trust me when I say this, I wanted to like this, especially liking the main character is such a big deal. So I'm like, I hope I get used to him. Well, then you get into one of the earlier villains. I'm like, this Big Mama character. In the anime, I think they were going for Fugly. Here's another nitpick. I'm like, she's too pretty. For another more serious sin, you've definitely seen this in other TV shows and some Marvel DC movies, and it is very abundant here. Everything looks too damn clean. The clothes they're wearing, the ship they're on, they're supposed to be pirates. I mean, a bit later you have this guy introduced with the freaking metal piece in his mouth. That's too shiny. His axe looks like it's freaking brand new, just bought from the Halloween store. The uniform is, I could give it a pass, but they're supposed to be at sea. At least show some wear and tear. Oh no, the condom power. So Luffy by now is infamous for his Fantastic Four ability, the gum stretchy fruit thing. If you've ever seen stretched out humans in almost any medium so far, it always looks weird. When you're doing it on a live action show that I'm guessing is cheaper, it just looks, And I think Netflix knew it too, because any of the action scenes involving the stretch part, they try to show that as fast as possible. Next sin that you may actually think is a nitpick, it's not. In the One Piece anime, you see a lot of bright colors, you see the wonderful sky. Now turn over to the live action version, you may notice some specific change. Put it bluntly, why the hell are a lot of the scenes taking place at nighttime? Which I do kind of say rhetorically, because at this point I think it's kind of common knowledge. If you're shooting at nighttime, you could hide some of the CGs. It's like, oh, Godzilla, we want to see the big ass monster. No, let's just cover our big main star. For One Piece live action, this is a repeat offense. Zoro. So far, he's actually been one of my favorite characters. Being someone that moved to Japan and just loves Japanese culture, no surprise there. So I was extremely worried. Thankfully, they didn't Asian swap the main character. They actually got a Japanese actor. And here is my next sin, which I'm mixed on. You get the introduction with this sword fight, and it honestly feels like things you would see like on a stage play. Like for the One Piece live action on Broadway. I haven't seen any interviews, so I'm not sure whether we're supposed to be taking this seriously, or if it's supposed to be campy. On the flip side, here's something that I think is one of the stronger points. It's not the action scenes so far.
What are we supposed to do with one bottle?
Generally, you drink it.
for the pink-haired kid. Oh my god, you got Harry Pinker. I didn't really see him as being British, but by the end of this, I think he really worked as a character. Nami, another character I really fallen in love with, not the waifu crap, but just a very interesting, competent female character. Back then he had freaking Sakura and Orihime, not a high bar. This being a Hollywood production, I'm like, I got two worries. One, they're just gonna girl boss the hell out of her. And two, you know how Nami looks. Let's just remove any of that. Oh no, what did they do to Nami? Why am I not surprised? Which they quickly get rid of? What was the point of that? Oh yeah, a third worry. Gingers have slowly been endangered. So I'm like, oh, they actually got a redhead to play her. And wah, nope. So here's a nitpick that is annoying as hell, not exclusive to Nami. So first off, this being a live action anime, you're gonna have a lot of people with interesting hair colors. Some of the earlier pictures actually made Nami seem like she had a more orangey brown hair color. In other words, something more natural. Here, it's just orange, a brighter, more saturated. It sucks. You could have actually gotten a redhead, but whatever. The next sin that is constantly seen throughout the series is that you have these people wearing their multicolored wigs, and then they leave the eyebrows black. Up until now, I've seen my fair share of live action anime, and it is a struggle. Do you actually color the eyebrows? I mean, I still get nightmares of freaking live action Chica, and for someone like Nami that's in a huge chunk of this, it really distracted me. It pulls me out. It just seems like she's doing cosplay. Decide. Ooh, butt cheeks and later abs of steel. I hope we get a fair share of the lady fan service. Spoiler, we don't.
I'm sensing a little bit of tension amongst the crew.
Here's a good example of a scene where Luffy just doesn't work. It genuinely doesn't feel like Luffy is dumb. It's like he's acting dumb. I don't know if this counts as fan service, but they actually got a thick actress in the right places to play Nami. Here's an example of a fight that I really don't think works. It more feels like they're dancing or everything's staged instead of actually taking it seriously, which I guess the anime does. Next nitpick, I guess. Zoro when he's next to freaking Luffy. Obviously, the actor playing Zoro is Japanese, Asian. He's gonna look younger than most. Both of them together makes Luffy seem older and Zoro younger. Another example of things being way too clean. Zoro's bandana. Did you just freaking buy that from Walmart?
I'm sensing a little bit of tension amongst the crew.
The fuck? This is not Luffy. This is more like a Zoro or Nami line. Luffy would be freaking oblivious. Oh my god, that is horrific. Another thing I want to praise, move over it. This thing is creepy nightmare fuel. If I had a bitch about anything, those blue things sticking out are way too long. It makes him look almost like a Harley Quinn fangirl.
No! Get in my head now!
There you have it, another scene taking place during the nighttime. This is what I'm talking about. Oh my god, can you see it? I thought this was a wig, but you can actually see where she's dyed it. There's a black spot there. That dog cap in the live action. Yeah, it's ridiculous in the anime. But I'm just picturing like a non-anime fan, non-weeb watching this for the first time and like, what am I watching? This looks ultra cheap.
Can do this all day.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
There's some fan service for the guys we're talking about. The CG clown fight, it was kind of whatever. I think at this point I had my expectations rock bottom.
Will never be yours.
Come on, what is that bad CG for the short fella?
I'm gonna be king of the pirates.
You should play a drinking game when he says, King of the Pirates! Oh, there's the Nami legs. All things being equal, I kind of really don't care, but if you're gonna have some male fan service, have this too. My boy Usopp. Not gonna lie, not being a One Piece fan, I always saw Usopp and thought, oh, this character is gonna annoy the hell out of me. Thankfully, I really like anime Usopp. First things first that I know some people are gonna be afraid to address. Call me stupid, but I didn't know Usopp was black. Second thing for me, Usopp, you're kind of missing a little something. We can't get the One Piece live action Pinocchio. For the actual live action actor, he really reminded me of this guy from high school, like the way he talks, kind of his look. I don't know if you're watching, Layton, probably not. He slowly grew into the character for me. There was always just something that was missing. Oh, Granny Nami. Here it is again. You can actually see like the black part behind the blonde wig. It's not like this is a multi-million-dollar production. More clean streets, the wall, the paper. You have to live in Japan to see this level of cleanliness. This is supposed to be a pirate world. Another, I guess, nitpick. Why does the goat have the mouth open. Things like this. The live action tries so hard to get some of the little details correct in some places and then just outright says, no, we're not gonna do that. For Sanji, he's not wearing his classic white tee. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want that shirt. Oh my god, talking about characters not looking their age. This blonde looks like a friggin' crack addict. I know, that's mean. Oh, and the butler dude, plastic-haired Dracula. He comes off as overly slimy. They even got the frickin' hand claw thing. I like that attention to detail. Again, they're nailing these details but failing elsewhere. This whole rich mansion place is actually a good comparison. It makes sense for this part of the world, this scenery, to look ultra clean compared to the rest of the world. Another blue wig and those eyebrows. Was this character even in the frickin' anime manga? My god, that looked so cheap. Did you just make that from the crap out of your dryer? Ooh, Chinese dress Nami. Let's hope Twitter doesn't come after you. There we have it, the Flash Dracula. Get away before he pulls a freaking Ezra Miller. Shark Boy with the Suicide Squad intro. Usopp doesn't get the nose. They got that nose for Buggy. They got it for the Shark Dude. Please be consistent. We'll get to Sushi Boy in a minute. Oh no, they're making all these changes. This whole Usopp arc, you're getting done dotty.
Drank enough of that soup to kill a sea beast.
So apparently Luffy is now immune to poison. I guess he just has a Snorlax passive. The Zoro backstory. Thank you, you actually got a little kid that looks like him. But the little girl, bluish hair with the black eye. Stop it, stop it, stop. By the way, this blue-haired girl and this reject Batman, maybe I just drank too much, but I really don't recall them. Oh, I see. The live-action One Piece has suddenly turned into fricking Scooby-Doo. Yet another action scene taking place at nighttime. Never mind that they were supposed to be fighting outside next to a pirate ship with a lot of people. Gotta keep the costs down. This whole thing has been changed from fighting the cat pirates to the fricking Luigi's Mansion arc. Hey Zoro, I can't tell if he's reenacting The Ring or doing his best Dark Knight Rises impression. Putting aside the fact that he took no fall damage, I actually like this scene. Oh, hold up there, Kirito. This so far might be the only half-decent fight so far, and we're on episode 4. And credit where credit is due. I actually thought the Netflix live action would remove that, oh, I'm a girl, so you're gonna get stronger plot line. This is nicely shot, the camera work. I know a lot of you are just thinking I'm hating this, but this, just like the Cowboy Bebop live action, has a lot of great camera work. Oh, Usopp, I forgot you had a slingshot. Oh, that gum derpy face. Ooh la la. Is that Kiss Anime Original? Or live action original? For this one, I'll let you be the judge. A super clean ship. I guess it's new, so it should be fine.
Grandpa?
Luffy's grandpa? Did I just get swallowed? I've seen like double the amount of what this series is supposed to be covering. Donut Luffy with the bad CG. I don't know how you make that look good, to be fair. Is that a Mario reference? Yeah, let's just avoid making Luffy wear his iconic getup. So come at me, Sanji. Another blonde, the black eyebrows, which is accurate, but no curls. I think I'm giving this a pass, as I don't know how you make that look good in live. But then you have the pink hair, the black eyebrows, it just looks like a cheap wig. Oh, Sanji actually has the footwork down. Again, it just feels inconsistent. Sometimes it's campy, sometimes it's like a dance, sometimes it works.
You know, something sweet for someone sweet.
Something wrong with your eye?
Just blinded by her beauty.
They captured the simping Sanji. Alright, these marine guys are getting way too much screen time. If you haven't seen the anime, they're there, but not to this extent. Now that they spoiled his connection to Luffy, I could see why. It's a notable change here. In the original anime, I believe Luffy destroyed his ship, while here he's just broke. I don't know why Nami or anyone isn't helping a bro Nakama out. Very lovely food scene.
Become king of the pirates.
You know, they keep on showing Luffy's grandpa, and this scene made me realize how good he is. Props to the actor. I've only seen a little bit of this Dracula looking pirate, but they got the look down. I like his mannerisms. For the fight, once again, it feels more like a dance rather than they're actually seriously fighting. Again, perfect if this was a stage play. Credit where it's due, the music and then the actual message of the original scene is still intact. What I don't like... and this is a constant thing. Terrible sound design. Hand-holding only in the non-anime version.
I'm going to become the king of the pirates.
I should have been drinking.
This is an old seaman's trick.
The word is a sushi treatment.
What's the matter? Don't like fish?
I can't believe it. Luffy is not eating.
I want him to eat so that he gets back his strength. But I also want him to sleep so that his wounds can heal.
As much as I know some of you are going to be saying I'm hating on this Luffy actor, this right here was actually one of the genuine good scenes from him.
But, you know, he's probably also tired, so...
Finally, this place is unclean too. Which, by the way, I don't remember what, but was that an anime change that he ate his own leg? Getting to another notable anime change, I think. I don't recall Sharkman coming in this early. I know they're doing this just to bridge the two scenes to get to the next spot. Here, I gotta say, the nose done properly. I like the actor's voice that they picked, his vibe. If I had any issues, he looks kind of small.
What would I say?
Anime Luffy would not be stuck in thought. He would have been blurting a bunch of crap out. The shark dude looks even smaller when he's in the same frame as Luffy. One, I know they're probably trying to save money by not using a bunch of CG, but there's different camera angles to get around this. I mean, this is like film school 101. For another change, oh, they're moving to dumping Luffy in the water here. I know the CG looks bad, but I would have liked to see in the stretched out head, him trying to gasp for air. Oh, those Sanji abs. The doggy had his back.
Zoro, you're not dead!
Oh, and now kiss. Buggy is here. What the hell? So overall, an entire fight got skipped. I know they're doing it for time and story reasons, but it just feels like it's Netflix saving money. Kid Nami with the... she at least has the freckles. Hair, on the other hand, for her bestie, that blue is oddly out of place. Hey, Nami's entire village got turned into this dumpster instead of just regular buildings. Thank you, back to Luffy's getup. Why is the shark bro struggling to lift up that cardboard house?
Sisters. That makes sense. Both as beautiful as each other.
Sanji is smooth. The mouse marine coming in. Come on. They're not even trying with those ears. I would even bet you $5 it still has a price tag on the back of it. And that Monopoly money, still in prime perfect condition. I feel like I'm getting punked here. The level of production on their costumes. I feel like I'm watching something straight out of Power Rangers. Hey, bro here looks like a roach. Another night scene, by the way. Is it just me or Fishboy has like this subtle Michael Jackson thing going on? Final episode, thank you, daytime. I could actually see what's going on.
Special attack! Exploding star!
I know in anime you have to announce your attack. It actually works for Luffy. It does not work for Usopp here. You know, as much as I really like the Sanji and Zoro team up, watching the live action One Piece actually made me realize how unrealistic all his movements are. Ironically, out of almost anyone here. And the entire budget went here. Hopefully those CG actors are getting paid well. Dante too. So one of you guys could probably spoil me, but does Luffy ever actually meet the grandpa? I haven't gone into it. Why the hell is this the climax when it should have been all along? I don't know, it felt like this just overshadowed the entire thing. Nighttime again, by the way. And I know you're wondering about the Japanese version. My Japanese partner told me that Japanese Twitter is praising the hell out of it. She was even surprised I even wanted to watch the English version. Why would you do that? Overall, it could just be me, but it felt like the show made the One Piece world feel really small. And one of the best things, maybe my favorite thing, is just the world building and lore that's actually developed and fleshed out in the anime. I'm not gonna lie, the beginning of this gave me this awful, spine-chilling Cowboy Bebop flashback. It feels messy. With the context that this has like a movie level budget, you'd be 100% correct if you complained about this level of production in a theater. Recently, we've called out Marvel for having cheap, awful CG, and even DC too with their colossal bomb. Which is why I don't think fans should be any different with this property, especially if you love One Piece like I do. That said, despite my nitpicks, I do feel the live action One Piece characters grew into the One Piece persona. I'm still iffy on the Luffy character, but I genuinely love the rest. There is a lot of potential here. It makes it feel like this could be like the X-Men or the Spider-Man for anime live action. This could be a turning point, a stepping point for better anime adaptations. So overall score, hell, I feel like I'm grading on the curve, but a 7. Solid. I enjoyed it enough. Any issues I had are fixable. It captured the core of One Piece. Bring on the One Piece Season 2. So definitely post your thoughts, your complaints down below. Go ahead and bitch about my bitching. Will people forget about this after a week? Or are we gonna look fondly back at this in anime history? Smash that like if you made it to the end. Check out this other juicy video and I'll see you guys later.